see. Warren Magellan, he says, I just want to know a bit about your service. When did you decide to join the Army? I was in the Air Force, but yeah. How long were you there? Love your channel. Thank you, Warden. Thank you for asking. And you know what? I don't think anybody in 9 years, I'm not like the guy that says, every chance I get, I'm in the military and I want to tell you, I have a lot of stories, but I don't really share them that much. But yeah, just to give you the general overview. Yeah, I joined the military in 1992 and I retired in 2016. I started YouTube the year before I retired. And I went to a lot. I moved every 3 years pretty much, but I was in the Air Force. I was in civil engineering. That's the field. When I came in, I was a welder. I did welding for like 2 years. And when I left Colorado, I ended up going to Panama City, Florida. And you could go to a different base, and you might be doing something different depending on the base. I mean, you'll still be in your wheelhouse. And when I went to Colorado, they happened to combine my career field, my MOS, with carpentry, and they called it structures. So from 94 and on, I was, a structural engineer. Structures is what it was called. And I did like welding and carpentry. But that was pretty much it. I only did welding and carpentry. When you're in like civil engineering in the Air Force, there is like an HVAC section. There is a plumbing section. Readiness, getting you ready for like if you have to deploy, stuff like that. I deployed 4 times while I was in. I went to Saudi Arabia. I went to Oman. I went to Afghanistan, and I went to Kuwait. I was in Kuwait during 9/11, actually. The last place I went to was Afghanistan. That was in 2012, which is where I discovered YouTube, really. Like the review space was in 2012. So, man, it's like to that's just kind of touching the surface. But wow, yeah, my whole career, I have so many great stories, made so many wonderful friends, learned a lot of life lessons. That was the nice thing about the military, is it definitely teaches you discipline. And you'll use those tools for the rest of your life after you do retire from the military. I thought I was going to stay in for 4 years when I came in, and life happened. I got married. I think a year after I came in, about a year and a half after I came in. Then I had kids, and life catches up with you, and you're like, shit, what do I do now? I can get out, and then I didn't even have a college education after my 4 years. So I decided to stay in. I did eventually get my college education. The nice thing about the military is you don't have to do it all at once. You can space that out. So I would take a class here, take a class there. And I ended up getting my bachelor's degree when I want to say it was something around 2014. Somewhere around there. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. Man, I could literally do a full stream about all the military stories that I have. I don't share it that much on my channel because my channel's horror. I've always been a movie fan, even before I joined the military. While I was in the military, I had movie buddies. Military people are just like you and me. People that have never been in the military, they get up every day, they put on their pants, they go to work for usually 8 hours. If they're deployed, they're probably working 12 hours a day. I'll say one last little thing because I don't want to bore you with the military talk. But 1996, I was in Saudi Arabia, and there was a bombing at Khobar Towers. Which it wasn't exactly where I was. It was like, let's say it was like an hour down the road, And we went from we were working, let's say 10 hours a day. And we would have half a day on Saturday and then we'd be off on Sunday. After, it killed 19 Air Force members. It was kind of like the Timothy McVeigh bombing in 95. And this was 96. This was the year after. And I guess very similar to the McVeigh thing, somebody pulled up in a like a moving truck, and the airman's dorm that had, I want to say like a few hundred airmen in there, it blew up, and the front of the building came down. Kind of like, not as many people died as the building in Oklahoma, but the point I'm trying to make is that right after that, we went straight to 12-hour days, 7 days a week, and for 3 months. And let me tell you, when you're working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, no days off for 3 months, it weighs down on you very, very much. It was brutal, and you got the heat because when you're deployed, it's like 120 degrees over there. So, yeah, man, so many freaking great memories of the military, though. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I mean, if you guys ever want to ask me any more questions about the military, if maybe you're thinking about, or maybe one of your family members is thinking about joining the military, I'm always happy to offer any kind of advice. What's up, guys? You are at the end of the DD Live clip. What I do is I like to clip these out if I think the topic is important or something that's newsworthy. So thank you for watching, and if you want to watch more, you can go over here, you can go over here, click on one of those, and yeah, hopefully I can do this for 20 seconds, which I think I did. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys.